Hello everyone. Let's head on to our first case. Case 1. Am I the bad person for refusing to attend my sister's wedding after my parents disowned me? I honestly don't know if I'm being petty or if I'm finally just standing up for myself, but my entire family is acting like I'm the worst person alive. So, here we go. I, 28F, have a younger sister, Emily, 24F, who has been the golden child in my family for as long as I can remember. Growing up, she was the perfect daughter, straight A's, involved in everything, always showered with praise. Meanwhile, I was the kid who got good enough grades, stayed out of trouble, and just existed in the background. If Emily wanted something, she got it. If I wanted something, I was being difficult or selfish. It's been like this my whole life, and I've honestly just learned to deal with it. Emily is getting married soon, and she asked me to be her maid of honor. To be honest, I was surprised she even asked because we're not close. She's always been distant toward me, and I've always been treated more like an obligation than an actual sibling. But I said yes because I thought, why not? Maybe this would be a chance to bond, and if nothing else, I figured it would be easier to just go along with it than to deal with the inevitable fallout of saying no. Well, fast forward to the actual wedding planning, and it became very clear that my role wasn't really about me being her sister, it was about me doing things for her. She expected me to help plan everything, run around doing errands, and basically dedicate my life to this wedding. She and my mom started planning a pre-wedding family trip a week before the wedding, which they expected everyone to attend. It wasn't optional. It was mandatory for the sake of family bonding. I told them early on that I wouldn't be able to take that much time off work, but I'd still come to the wedding and do my part as maid of honor. That wasn't good enough. My mom and Emily sat me down and gave me this whole speech about how this is the most important moment of Emily's life and how I need to be there to support her fully. They told me to think about the bigger picture and how family should come first. I told them that while I understood this was a big moment for Emily, I wasn't willing to upend my entire life for this wedding. I have a job. I have my own life. I can't just drop everything for a week-long trip on top of all the wedding obligations. That's when my mom told me that if I wasn't going to be there 100%, then maybe I shouldn't be there at all. I asked her if she was seriously telling me that if I didn't go on this trip, I wouldn't be welcome at the wedding. She told me I was being selfish and that my attitude was exactly why the family struggled to be close with me. Then, my dad chimed in and said, if you don't want to be part of the family, that's your choice. At that point, I realized this wasn't just about the wedding. This was about every single time I'd been pushed aside in favor of Emily. Every single time I'd been expected to just suck it up and be okay with being treated like an afterthought. So, I told them I was done. If my presence was so conditional, then they could have their perfect family event without me. Cue absolute chaos. My parents freaked out, telling me I was being dramatic and making everything about me. Emily started crying, saying I was ruining her wedding over something so small. I got messages from other family members saying I should just do it for the sake of family harmony and that I was being ridiculous. My aunt, on my mom's side, is the only person who actually took my side, saying that she's seen this favoritism play out for years and she's proud of me for standing up for myself. Now, my parents have basically cut me off. They told everyone that I refused to be there for Emily, and now I'm getting the cold shoulder from most of my extended family. Meanwhile, Emily has fully replaced me as maid of honor and even made a passive-aggressive Facebook post about how she's grateful for the people who truly understand the meaning of family. Now my parents are backtracking and saying I should come to the wedding to fix this mess because my absence is causing division. But at this point, I honestly don't even want to go. They made it clear how little I matter to them, and now they just want me there so they don't look bad. So, am I the bad person for refusing to attend? Should I just go to keep the peace, or am I right to stand my ground? What do you guys think? Lay down your ruling in the comments section and let's move on to our next story. Case 2. Am I the bad person for breaking up over my children's school arrangements? I am 36F, lost my late husband 5 years back when my kids were 7 and 5. It was huge work accident caused by machinery in his company's factory, and we were paid huge amounts in damages. I paid off the house and kept remaining in trusts for my kids when they go to college and for their other expenses. They can put a down payment for home if they want when they get the remaining trust amount after college. Whatever they wish to do. Also kept some for emergencies. I am a math teacher, so I make ends meet. With no college savings to save. I send my kids to elite private school, where I teach math, because it opens door for many opportunities. I am not making much money, but education is free up to 2 children, till they pass 12th class. I can make more in other fields, but still that won't be good to cover for their education. And also have good retirement plan as well as health benefits. I have a job till age of 60, unless I do some fuck up. It is 8 to 2 job and gives me work-life balance. School bus pick us at 7:15 a.m. and we reach home at 3 p.m. at most. So it has benefits. Save me fuel and nanny issues. And good amount of holidays. I started seeing my now ex-BF, let's call him Henry, 2 years back. He was also a widower and is working a decent job. But he has mortgage and his 3 kids to save for. Despite earning way more than me. He barely saves anything for himself outside retirement. So he doesn't have extra money for himself. I often treat him, because I know how much he struggles. Buying him branded clothes and things. He used to gift me things. But I always felt bad. Because I knew he struggled. We wanted to have a simple marriage, but roadblock came over children's school education. He said either we pay for other 3 kids' schooling or all go to cheaper ones. I refused. I told him everything from gifts to other things will be same for kids. But there will be no compromise on education. I am doing this job only for my kids. My kids had to lose their father for this. It led to huge fights over the month. And finally I broke up with him last week. My children's education is free, but we can't afford fees for 3 more children. Maximum 1 at most. We both are devastated. He is begging me to take him back. But I don't see the solution. My kids have their friends there, and if I change their school, I feel it will damage my relationship with them. They are used to school's facilities and their friends there. Henry calls me every day and make me emotional. My parents say children won't forgive me if I do that. I told Henry we can wait for another decade, so both of our kids go to college. They all are of same age group. He said he can't wait forever and his kids need a mother. I don't have problem becoming mom, but I can't just put my own kids aside. I don't want to be bitter stepmother. I told this to my best friend and she said I will be too old to find love over next decade and I need to compromise for my happiness. And said I am being selfish. She said it will be tough to find a man for myself when I shall become too old and will have wrinkles in my 40s. What do you guys think of this one? Let us know in the comments section and let's move on to our next story. Case 3. Am I the bad person for calling out my dad for trying to police my siblings' emotions since he ended his engagement? My dad was in a relationship with Sue for about 3 years. They got engaged in October and had done a lot of future planning together, from whether they'd have kids together, where they'd live and other stuff. Sue had no kids but wanted them. Dad has 4 kids including me, 17F, and my younger siblings, 11F, 10M, and 8M. Our mom died 6 years ago. Obviously, I don't know everything that happened, but from what I know, Sue was okay with not having bio kids and she said we'd be enough, but she wanted to be an equal parent and adult in the family. Not so much with me. She had realized the ship sailed. But with my siblings she expected to be a 50% decision maker and someone who had access to everything for them. This included the life insurance money from mom that was split between me and my siblings. She said she wanted to know everything we had and where it was, and she wanted to be a part of how we'd spend it. One big example is Sue strongly believes in going to a good college, an expensive college, and getting a practical degree. So she would have expected the money to go largely to that and not to community college or trade school, and she definitely didn't want it to go towards some of the possibilities mom laid out, traveling, buying a house, and things like trade school, or even to support us through an apprenticeship. My dad said he couldn't support that, and especially giving her access to the money mom left was wrong. It was something they fought over. He also told her it would be up to my siblings what kind of role she had, and he pointed out that none of my siblings called her mom yet and may never. She said as long as she was treated as one she didn't need the title. The breakup happened after my dad and I had discussed more about my plans for after graduation next month. Crazy to think about. I'm not going to college and I have a placement at a bakery where I'm basically apprenticing for the next 2 years after graduation. Dad supports this 100%. He's also aware I was going to move out after graduation. Sue didn't like the topic of discussion, and even though she wasn't trying to have the same say with me like with my siblings, she didn't like being left out, and while she was moving all her stuff out she said some stuff that made me extra relieved she was gone. because I feel like she would have really tried to mold my siblings into the kids she wanted and made them live out these dreams she had for kids she doesn't have. She said I was wasting money and time on baking when I should be looking into a smart degree and other things like that. She also stated my siblings would benefit from 2 parents making decisions for them instead of 1. After she moved out, it was so clear Dad was bummed, and I tried to help cheer him up, but he took the breakup hard. My siblings didn't take it hard. They actually didn't have any issues after Sue was gone. And that's something my dad clearly can't accept. He's corrected them for being so okay, telling them they should be more upset that Sue was gone, and especially my baby brother, who was only 5 when Dad started dating her. Another time Dad sat us down and explained that she wasn't coming back, and we said it was okay, and he told my sister it wasn't, and wasn't she worried about coming to him for girl stuff, and she told him she had me. Then there was the day he asked if they missed Sue at all, and before they could answer he said they didn't act like it, and Sue was a part of their lives for a good while and they should miss her. My baby brother told me Dad had asked him why he didn't ask to call or even see Sue, and my brother wasn't sure how to answer, because when he said he didn't want to call or see her, Dad told him he should be asking. He should care more. So I took my dad to the side and I told him that I get that it sucks that his relationship didn't work out, and I said we understood he missed Sue and had loved and wanted her. I told him it doesn't mean he can police the way my siblings feel or their emotions around the breakup. I told him it's different for them. He told me she was in their lives for almost 3 years and that should make an impact, and I said he chose her, not them. I told him it looked like he wanted them to beg for her back so he could get back together with her and give in to what she wanted. And I said if that's what he wants, then nobody could stop him, but he still can't police their feelings. My dad said I don't understand, and he said my siblings are all acting like they're my age instead of their ages. Am I the bad person? You've sat down, you've listened. Now, it's time to state your ruling. What is it gonna be? Let us have it down in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more cases like these. In life, we may run, but we can never hide from true justice. Stay safe, everyone.